To kick things off in the kitchen with a show-stopping recipe that's perfect to add to your breakfast spread. It looks like it's really complicated. Everyone's gonna be like, I don't even understand. Did you do calculus to get this done? But it's actually super simple, and we use one of my favorite store-bought shortcuts. We're talking store-bought pizza dough. I'm not gonna ask you to make dough, not today. Maybe that's a January problem, but not right now. We're gonna use store-bought pizza dough to make something that I'm calling everything bagel star bread. So super tasty. It's almost like a pull apart. You know those like bagel bombs you can buy that have the cream cheese in it and everything like that? It's kind of like that, but it's good and shareable. Really, really fun. So the first thing you want to do anytime you're working with store-bought pizza dough, my main tip is you want to take it out of the fridge about 20 minutes at least before you're going to use it. That's going to allow the gluten to just chill out a little bit so you can roll it out easier. Otherwise, it's just going to want to stay a ball, which is not going to be easy. So what you want to do is split that into two and then roll each side out into about a 10-inch circle. If it's more of a squircle, that's fine. No one's gonna be mad. Stars, I'm sure, well, actually, no, stars are kind of round. Anyway, that's how space works. We are getting into space stuff, never mind. Okay, we're gonna get started. Guys, it's almost the holidays. We're doing it. All right, we're gonna get started on the filling. So I've got two of those nice kind of discs ready to go. And for the filling, basically, I'm gonna do a cream cheesy situation that is gonna contain all the flavors that I love on a bagel spread. So the first thing I'm gonna do is 3 green onions, thinly slice those up. Now, if you want to, you could also use chives. I love using a chive, always a good thing. But since this is gonna go into the oven, chives are a little bit more tender than green onions. So this is gonna maintain that kind of fresh quality. If you were gonna cook the chives down, not a bad thing. They just get a little bit more cooked tasting, if that makes sense. So give that a nice kind of thin slice. I'm gonna add those into 1 brick of cream cheese. Now, you wanna use brick style cream cheese here. That holds up better to heat. It doesn't have as much like binders. That's why it's not as spreadable right from the fridge. But it's gonna hold up to the heat and be really, really great. So add that on in. Then we're gonna go in with 1 clove of garlic. If you want to here, you could bust out my very favorite ingredient, garlic powder. Pop a little bit of that in there. Really, really tasty. My buddy Corey, who's standing behind camera right now, was razzing me for how much I love garlic powder. Yeah, always a good thing. So we're gonna go in though with fresh garlic. Since this is cooking down, it's still gonna stay nice and kind of punchy, which is great. I'm gonna give this a little bit of a beat together just to combine. And that's pretty much it. Honestly, if you put this in a bowl and stuck that next to your bagel spread, even with that fresh garlic, I would not be mad at that. I would be thrilled about it. You just have to make sure you're serving it to people you like, because everyone's gonna have garlic breath. But we're gonna cook this up and it's gonna be great. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is basically create this star bread. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get those rolled out pizza dough circles. I'm gonna start with one and I'm just gonna pop it down. I'm gonna leave this on its parchment paper because this is gonna make it a lot easier to get it on the sheet pan. And if you were tuning in last week when I tried to get the wreath of sausage rolls, didn't go great, didn't go great. So learn from my mistakes. So now I'm gonna add that beautiful cream cheese mixture right onto the center. And I just wanna spread this out. Now, I'm doing this kind of cream cheese, green onion, garlic situation. If you want to, though, you could add in a little bit of hot smoked salmon into here. That would be really nice. You could do some chopped up bacon. That would be delicious. Really, the world is your oyster. And even if you wanted to go sweet, if you're someone who's more of a sweet fan, you could just swap out the cream cheese altogether, do a little bit of chocolate hazelnut spread. Delicious. Top that with some sugar or cinnamon sugar. That would be absolutely beautiful. All right, that's looking great to me. Now I wanna get that second round of pizza dough that I rolled out. I'm just gonna kind of sandwich that on top. So, nailed it. Pop her on. And basically make like a giant pizza pocket. That's what we were looking for. Pinch the edges just so they're together. Looking beautiful. And then this is the part in the recipe, if you're reading it online and not watching me do it, you're gonna be like, Mary Berg, this doesn't make any sense. I have no idea what to do. The first thing you're gonna wanna do is add a little bit of egg wash on, just to give a golden brown power, a little bit more sticking power as well, because right now this is kind of giving bagel vibes, but I wanna add that everything bagel vibe. So we've got some everything bagel seasoning as well that I'm just gonna sprinkle over top. If you don't have everything bagel seasoning, you could definitely do this with just sesame seeds or something like that. That would be absolutely beautiful. Add that right on there. Then this is the tricky part, and it's not tricky at all. Get a glass or a jar, pop it in the center, and then you're gonna get something like a pizza cutter or a knife, and I want you to cut 16 spokes, so basically 8 kind of sides or strips on each edge of this round kind of thing of pizza dough. I'm just gonna show you on one side just to show you what I'm talking about. Perfect. So this is how we turn this into a star bread. You would do this all the way around, but what I want you to do is I want you to grab two that are next to each other, and I want you to, almost like you're opening two doors or opening and locking one door, you're gonna twist it like this and pinch it. Then you're gonna keep doing that all the way around. You see we're exposing that beautiful cream cheese mixture? As you continue around, you're gonna get this really nice kind of starburst effect, looking absolutely beautiful. You wanna slide that over onto your sheet pan, pop that into a 375-degree oven for about 25 minutes. Once that's done, ooh, I'm getting a sneak peek. It is a literal star. Oh my gosh, that is beautiful. All of that bread has cooked up. It's golden brown. Like, look at that. It's absolutely beautiful. Just pop it out. Do one of these. The parchment helps also. You can kind of shimmy it off if you want to. And you know what? You can also just leave it on the parchment. Because that wants to live there. There you have it, a gorgeous star bread in no time. Super simple, great for breakfast. Really tasty. Now, speaking of stars, I have to give a shout out to our amazing colleagues around the building and our wonderful studio audiences over the holiday season. All December long, people have been bringing in non-perishable food items, and thanks to everyone's generosity, our bin has been simply overflowing almost daily. I am so thrilled to announce that our second annual holiday food drive collected over 2,000 pounds of food for the food rescue organization Second Harvest. Now that is some good stuff. We couldn't have done it without you.
Hey, Mary here. What did you think? Drop your comments below and don't forget to like and subscribe for more of the good stuff.